Happy Thursday, everybody. Welcome back. It is New Year's Eve. Can you believe that? It is December 31st, 2020. We made it to the end of the year somehow, and let's see what 2021 brings to all of us. Hopefully, good things. But today I decided to work out. It's my last and final lifting session for the year. So I wanted to end on a good note. Last time the workout felt kind of sluggish and slow. I really didn't have much of any energy or drive or focus. So I just wanted to repeat the same workout, all the same weights, and just have a better performance. So I played it safe. Could I have jumped up in every exercise? Probably, but I really just wanted to focus on getting a better turnout from the last time, so I just wanted to do all the same stuff and just feel better about it before moving on, and I'm perfectly okay with that. In terms of the warm-up, a few funny things happened. First of all, I got to the gym mid-morning. I actually could have gotten there sooner because they opened at 9 a.m. I got there about 10:30, but I got to the gym and I started warming up on the elliptical. Now, typically, I'll just do a half mile. Takes me under 5 minutes for sure, but doesn't take me very long. And then I hop off, and then I start lifting. Today, while I was getting close to that half mile mark, I was listening to music and was trying to skip to a different track, but something wasn't working between the headphones, or maybe it was Amazon Music, maybe it was the app, but it wasn't working. So I was fiddling around with the headphones and then with my phone and realized that I'd went over half mile, so I figured might as well just go to 3/4. So I did 3/4 of a mile, and it took me 6 minutes and 42 seconds. Nice, easy pace, nothing fast. And then I went to the platform, did a warm-up, but before I got to hang snatch, I actually did just 3 triples very quickly, very, very quickly, starting in a tall position and then going into triple extension with a shrug. Just quick, easy, something that I think might help in the future, but just something random I came up with today and just wanted to give it a go and give it a try. Then for hang snatch, did my 45-pound triple, 55-pound triple, but as you have already noticed, for 65 pounds, I did it from the floor, so I did a double. Usually I do 65 pounds for a triple from the hang position, but instinctively once I put on the plates, I just, for some reason, just started going from the floor, and by the time I realized it, I just figured, okay, I'm doing it from the floor, so I'll just do a double and then do some subsequent ramp-ups every 10 pounds until I get to my working weight. So I'm back at 95 pounds, and it felt so much better. It felt faster, felt stronger, more power, and everything felt pretty much right. So I am absolutely okay with repeating it, because last time, even though the footage shows it was decent, I didn't feel like it was good enough, so it was important for me to just be more confident with it, because those reps were still okay from the time before, but today just felt a whole lot better. One key word of this workout today is bonus. So here's a bonus double. Now, I initially did this one as a replacement for a previous set. I think it was set 3 or something like that, where I had a repetition that I wasn't completely satisfied with. But when I reviewed footage, everything looked okay. So I'm not sure why I felt so strongly about it, but I did a couple extra sets, as you're seeing. So here's bonus number 2. And if I had replaced a set, then it would have been technically one bonus set, but when I was reviewing footage earlier, I was actually okay with pretty much all reps. I think I may have seen one that was just a little less than ideal, but still acceptable. It wasn't like I caught it in the power position, stopped, and then wrote it all the way down. These were okay, so I counted both bonus sets and then moved on from there. 90 seconds of rest between all working sets, and between exercises, I gave myself a good generous 3 minutes. I think even between snatch and clean and jerk, I gave myself almost 4, if I'm not if I remember correctly. I think it was like 4 minutes, taking my time, not rushing it. I wanted to feel better about all these lifts, and clean and jerk definitely felt better than last time. Last time it felt like the split was difficult and that I wasn't getting any kind of just proper timing on it, and just something felt way off about it. And today, much better. Much better. Same thing with clean and jerk, 90 seconds of rest in between singles, and just it moved better, it felt better. I didn't feel slow or sluggish, and I certainly wasn't rushing it. So for some of the reps, you are going to see me stay in the front rack position before going for the split jerk, and just so that I didn't accidentally exhaust myself for any reason. And so yeah, these reps are much better. Overall, today's workout was better, but the main emphasis was really just getting the Olympic lifts back to a place where I would feel comfortable with increasing the weight. So I'm happy with these, and that's really all that I wanted to do. The strength moves were not a concern. I was not worried at all about the front squat or the military press. So it was just make sure the snatch and the clean and jerk felt better, have them move better, and I accomplished that. I got a little aggressive and did a bonus rep with clean and jerk, and funny enough, it's not a great rep. Like, watch this. Split's okay, but my recovery, not so much. I don't know what happened. I don't know why my back foot moved forward, but it did. Thankfully, it was the bonus rep, so it's there, but it didn't have to go towards like a working rep, so I'm okay with that. All right, front squat. There's really, honestly, not a whole lot to say about this, everyone. Just, it's the front squat. I'm still muscle cleaning it off the floor, and this is my 4th time with 165, so very comfortable. I did take the liberty of doing some pause rep work. Not all the time, certainly not the opening reps. Just a slight pause, slight stoppage like that. That's pretty good. And then for a few reps, I held it for much longer, and I think for the very last rep, I think I did another extended pause, but I can't quite remember off the top of my head. But front squat, feeling great. It's 165, so still pretty light, and I'm going through these sets, and I do remember distinctly that I was just concentrating and focusing and just getting ready for the next working set. So as soon as that 90 seconds was up, I was lifting. And it's going to get a little bit funny because there was a time, I'd say it was sometime last month, I think it may have been, or maybe earlier this month, where I thought I had done 5 sets of squats and I came up with 4 videos. Who knows the reason, if I did the 5 sets or not, but today I thought, you know what, I'm on a roll, I'm feeling pretty good. Here we are, set 4, and I decided to throw in, well, I'll give you a preview. I decided to throw in a bonus set, so I did an extra set of squats, and if I did in fact skip one previously, then this makes up for it. And even if I didn't, it's never a bad idea to add another set of squats, especially when you're going this light. But I did throw in another set, tacked it on, so really the overall theme of today was bonus or extra, I think is what I call the extra set of squats. But see that right there, that's a really good solid pause. I'm not doing that for all reps, but if I feel like I want to, I might put it in. So here's the bonus set, and same kind of deal, same kind of methodology here, just making sure I do put a stoppage at the bottom, but it's not a full out rest pause, so it's just to make sure that I get rid of the stretch reflex and just put a little bit more on the strength, so that way I'm not trying to go through the reps too quickly and make sure that I am building strength. So there you go, front squat. Military press, and as you can see, I called it the strict press. Those are interchangeable, basically no leg drive. So whether you call it a military press, whether you call it a strict press, no leg drive, 0 flexion in the knees. When you get into things like overhead press, shoulder press, things like that, that could be defined differently. That sometimes, and I would say even a lot of the time, that allows for a little bit of flexion and extension in the knees. But when you're talking a strict press or a military press, zero leg drive. If you have leg drive, it's no longer a strict press. It's no longer a military press. It is very important that you know the distinction, so that when someone says an overhead press or a shoulder press, that it could mean a military press, but not necessarily. So if you do see them kind of bouncing the legs a little bit or start with their knees flexed, then it's not a strict press. It's not a military press. But they could legitimately call it an overhead press or a shoulder press. That would be okay. Sometimes people think all of them are interchangeable, and while there's a possibility of that, usually not so much. So we're talking semantics now. So if somebody says military press and they end up doing just an overhead press, I'm not going to vilify them. So something you will notice as you're seeing right now, significant holds at the top. Is this for anything really in particular? No. To be quite frank, it was just for fun. It was just for fun. I knew I was elevating properly. I knew I was locking out properly, but just for the fun of it. So there's no secret reason behind it. There's nothing that I'm really truly getting at. It was just for fun, just for the sake of doing it, and just kind of holding it at the top, and I basically was lining it up with music. So when a verse would get finished, then I would bring the bar down. So just for fun. Okay, now what is this? A chest mover? I haven't done a chest mover in a while, except for the odd set of push-ups at home. But in the gym, I haven't done a chest exercise since the last program, and even then it wasn't all that common. So why am I doing a dumbbell bench press? I'm glad you all asked. At the same time, funny enough, my main gym crush showed up towards the end of my workout, and I was excited to go home. I was excited to leave. I was almost done. I just wanted to barrel through the strength movers just so that I can leave. And I noticed that she showed up, started working out, and oh my goodness, I just felt like I should do something. Now, with the current program, I would usually do something like a power clean plus power jerk or power snatch or something like that. But I thought, well, I'm not doing really any chest work, and that's okay. That's how it's designed. I'm totally fine with it. I don't really think that there's a void. I'll get back to chest work, of course, when I switch, but currently, I just haven't been doing any chest movers in the gym. So I went to the dumbbell bench, I went to a flat bench, and I kept it light. And as you have probably already noticed, I'm going for volume. So I was not concerned about going heavy, about running the rack, nothing like that. I just wanted to get some chest work in and just focus on volume. I had done my work for the day. This is completely tacked on at the end. That was not planned, not necessary, but it was inspired. Let's say it was inspired. And so, and of course it was. But I went with 3 sets of 20 with the 50-pound dumbbells. So I'm moving 100 pounds total, but I'm using the 50-pound dumbbells. And it felt pretty good. It really did. It felt nice to do a dumbbell bench press. For a long time, years ago, this was a main exercise, a main chest exercise for me. And nowadays, I just don't really do it very often. Not that there's any particular reason why I don't, but I just don't. And it felt good. 50s felt light, so I was able to do sets of 20. And it did start to get difficult. Towards the last reps of set 2 and the last probably 5-ish reps of set 3, 90 seconds in between sets, and that was pretty much the workout. So this last part is kind of boring, and I completely messed up on the angle, so sorry. You can see my left arm working most of it, and then a little bit on the lockout of the right, but I wasn't even thinking at that point. I just set up the phone and hit record and just started moving. And something with the outfit, if you have not noticed, I am wearing Mia colors. So I've got a black and white Outer Banks North Carolina shirt. I have black shorts. I have my black socks on and my Adidas weightlifting shoes, the power lifts in black and white. So I was decked out in Mia colors. She was very proud. She approved the outfit before I left this morning, so I showed her what I was going to wear, and she gave me the paws up, and so I had her blessing. But overall, it was a good workout. I'm happy with it. I'm ready to move up, and I'm pretty sure I'll lift on Saturday or Sunday. No pressure either way, but I'm ready to move up, and I'll decide the denominations probably in the next day, maybe two, and go from there. So just as long as I'm increasing, as long as I'm progressing, that's the main important part. And the last thing I just really want to say is I hope everyone has a safe, happy New Year. Genuinely, I really do. This has been a year for history. It really has been. And I just hope that all of us are able to look back and reflect and move on. And hopefully on to bigger and better things. Okay. Adopt, don't shop, everyone.